The Bully Girl Magazine podcast is your dog-eared audio destination, bookmarking the most compelling tales and insights from the vast canine universe. While we passionately dive into the world of bully breeds, dispelling myths, offering training tips, and discussing breed standards, our scope isn't limited. We cast our net wide to encompass a diverse range of dog breeds, ensuring no tale is left untold. Enhanced by expert interviews and inspiring stories, this podcast is a beacon for responsible ownership and breed education. It's where bully breed enthusiasts meet the broader dog-loving community, fostering unity, understanding, and shared joy in every bark and wag. So whether you're out walking your dog or listening at home, be sure to enjoy the show and keep coming back. So glad you're listening or watching the Bully Girl Magazine podcast. And I am so excited to have the wonderful Jessica from Calis Kennel, Cane Corso, Frenchie, Micro Bully, and Nano English Bully Breeder. Jessica, welcome to the Bully Girl Magazine podcast.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
Who is that cutie pie? I just want to reach through and grab him and hug him forever.
I
Or her.
know. This is Anubis. He's I'm sorry, Adonis. He's our 9 weeks English.
Oh my God. He's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, I want to mention that you are in Paris, California, Perris. I've never heard of that. I grew up in San Jose. Where is that?
San Jose. We're like an hour and a half away from San Diego.
Oh, nice.
Probably like 40 minutes from San Bernardino, Redlands, and all that. So it's pretty much like a small city.
Oh, wow. It sounds anything close to San Diego, I love. Now, I always start the interview. There's two questions I ask. And one is, does your dog, it can be any of your dogs, does your dog do anything funny, interesting, unusual, anything at all?
Well, I find it funny that I have 3 female Frenchies and they think they're guard dogs. I don't know. I mean, I think because, excuse me, they run with my Cane Corsos. So they think they're guard dogs, and my Cane Corsos think they're babies. They all jump in my lap when I sit down. So I'm like, man, my little dogs think they're big dogs. My big dogs think they're small dogs.
Oh my God, that's so cute. And also, when did your love, that's a two-part question. When did your love of dogs begin? And then when did your love of bully breeds in particular begin?
Well, my husband actually was with the idea with the Cane Corso, and Demon was my first puppy that I got. And after him, like, I would say, like, the Cane Corso, something about them show so much loyalty to me. They're a breed that just, you have to be around them to understand the love they can give you. Yeah. And then it just started from that breed to the micro bullies. The micro bullies is it's a never ending to me, never ending, like, for you to get a dog, there's always a better version. Right. With the Cane Corsos, there's only like specific colors, and that's it. That's about it. But with the micro bullies, there's the expansion on it. It's crazy.
I want to ask about the micro bullies and the Nano English Bulldogs, but tell us about the other part of the question first, which is, when did your love of bully breeds begin?
It's probably been about the breed in general, like from I would say 6 years ago.
Oh, nice.
6 years ago.
Yeah. Did you grow up with dogs?
We always had a family dog, which was like, most of the time it was like Shih Tzus.
Oh, okay.
A smaller dog. So I don't know how I went from that to a Cane Corso, but we always had a family dog. We actually had that dog close to 15 years.
Oh, wow.
So, so he was like a big part of our family. But that's probably like the only dog that I had. From then we transitioned to the Corsos.
Now, what is a micro bully and a Nano English Bulldog for people who are new to bully breeds?
Micro bully it's a smaller version, kind of like a pit bull.
Oh, like nice.
It's the muscle they carry, if the definition in muscle that they have. But it's just like a small bulldog, but with a lot of structure and muscle on them. And a
Okay.
Nano English is just it's a small, compact English.
And what are you holding right now? Is that a Nano English
This one,
or a micro bully? I can't
this is
tell.
an English, but English bulldog. But I'm not. His parents are not nanos.
Okay.
We're trying to get a female that is a nano and breed them
Yeah,
eventually.
I always wish I could shrink my pit bull Blue. I mean, he's not huge by any means, but I just want to like carry him around in my purse, you know?
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah,
I mean, I'm
I
not that
know.
kind of girl. Don't get me. I'm not like, froofy and everything, but I just want to carry him. I'll put him in a backpack or something. Those cute with
Yeah,
big heads sticking out. But how
yeah.
big is the one that you're holding? And for
He's
people who are listening, you need to come over to YouTube and put in Bully Girl Magazine podcast so you can look at Jessica and her adorable dog that she's holding.
Yeah, he's not that big. I mean, he's just really chubby.
Wait, is he grown?
He's not. He's nine.
Oh, he's a
He's
puppy.
9 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, he's 9
he's still a
weeks.
puppy. Yeah.
Okay. How big will he
So,
get?
um, I want to say maybe close to 35 pounds.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, Blue
yeah.
is, I think, 77. It's kind of hard to carry
7.
around in a backpack. 77.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. Now, again, I understand that you got into breeding. I read this in the BGM magazine, Bully Girl magazine, when you first got your Corso. And what was that like? And how was that experience?
The experience. Well, it was a transition. So we always had small dogs to big dogs. So at
Yeah.
first, like I was a little scared, but like once he started getting older, like I was fine because he's like more of a lover. He's not a fighter. He loves attention. So it was really easy for me to go through that transition to small dog to big dog. So he
Right.
made it really easy that we were like, I was like, I want another one. And then we got our second one. And then they had puppies, and the experience on it, I was like, it was something so natural that I was like, I think I could do this. So
Oh,
it came
wow.
just naturally to me, like the whole breeding, having puppies. I read a lot and I asked a lot of questions to people who already bred. So it was fairly easy. So to me, it was something naturally. So I felt like if it came this naturally, it's probably meant for me to be able to do
Now, I know you're
it.
doing micro bullies, Frenchies, Nano English Bulldogs. So are you no longer breeding the Corso at this point?
I
Became
am.
Corso? Oh, you
Yes.
are too. Well, that's a
Yes.
lot. How do you
Yes.
manage all the different types of dogs you
Uh,
got?
me, I like to learn. So
It's
it's
awesome.
different breeds. I like to, like just learn the difference. I already got it down pretty much. I already know if it's a Corso how to handle it, if it's a micro bully how to handle them. And the English, well, he's my first one, so I haven't experienced
Oh.
his breed. But my Frenchies, I got it pretty much down, and where I know the moms and how much they can handle on their own and how much I need to work with them.
Now, I was reading in the article in BGM that your dedication to pet care is renowned among local veterinarians. And that's what I love to hear on the show. Tell us more about that and what you're doing to keep it that way.
About the vet, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have a local vet, Butchko. The girls know me already. They say I know them. I built a relationship where I walk in and they already know what who I am, and just the knowledge they have. I always ask questions. That's my thing. Anything I have concerns, I ask questions and a lot of questions. So and they always answer. That's one of the main reasons I always go to them.
Oh,
He
that's
like
great.
fell
And
asleep on my lap, on my arm.
oh my God, it's so ridiculously cute. If you're listening again, you got to go to YouTube, Bully Girl Magazine podcast, and see this adorable pup. Now, talk to us about the socialization. I understand that they're introduced to other breeds and their age group at kennels.
Yeah, what it is there's there's always shows, like
Oh, nice.
especially for the micros, and we like to go, and the dogs get more social with other dogs. Like the competing, it's something that you wouldn't imagine the world is
Hmm.
like. The bully world, it's a whole different theme than we're used to. We just think, oh, they're just dogs, but everybody that breeds puts so much dedication into this. Like stacking a dog is so much dedication. Having a dog compete is so much dedication. And we go and there's always other dogs there, and they're around each other, the dogs. So it's good for them, good for us. We learn, we all talk, get to know other people. And so far we've been blessed with the other breeders we meet. They all been um, very welcoming to a female breeder, and that's what I love. Like I've been truly blessed with that part.
Oh, that's great. Now, for people who are new to any type of dog shows, what does stacking mean?
Stacking is you stand the dog at a certain position, and the dog has to stay there, basically, because
Oh,
there's people judging the dog. So he stands in a certain position and he stays in that position for judges to judge him and other people to see him. Which
oh,
sounds so simple, but it really isn't. I've tried it myself just without practice. It's not easy.
hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
when in my mind, when I first heard of that, I thought it meant like I pictured different levels of, tiers. They're all like stacked up on.
oh no, it's funny that they call it stacking, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
they stand in a certain position and they basically get judged, and they have to stay in this position.
Oh, well, how long do they have to stay in that position for
I mean,
usually?
it's not usually that long. It's just while they get judged. Doesn't take maybe less than a minute for the judge to walk around, see
Oh,
the
that's
dogs.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I haven't been to a show yet, but it's definitely on my list. And next
Oh
time
yeah,
one comes to my area, I can't wait. I'm super excited.
yeah. I
Now,
definitely recommend it.
oh, I can't wait. Now, I read that your favorite bloodline comes from Crown and TBC. Tell us about this.
So yeah, Crown. He comes from Golden Line. Right now, he's I would say one of the good looking dogs.
Yeah.
Both have made both kennels camps have done very good, very successful. They've been doing it for a very long time, and I always listen to advice that people who breed that do it for so long, their knowledge, and when
Yeah.
they give you knowledge, you receive it because they've been doing it for a very long time, and it took a lot for them to get that knowledge. And both camps have beautiful dogs, something that I consider a goal that we want to have a male looking like that.
Yeah. Now, what do you feed your dogs and pups?
My puppies, they all eat bully mac.
Oh, okay.
So far, I've been very lucky. None of them have had a weird reaction to it because I know the Frenchies are very picky sometimes.
Yeah.
But so far, I mean, they all been good. We do bully macs and we do boiled chicken. The females who we want to get pregnant, we put them on vitamins. Our males are usually the dogs are on fish oil and vitamin E.
Oh, that's good.
Also, yeah,
Oh, that's great. And
yeah,
the older dogs, I understand, eat twice a day, and the pups
twice
enjoy
a day.
3 to 4 meals.
Yeah, so this little guy, he does 4 right now. I
He
have
must be
Frenchies that
happy.
are, yeah, he's funny. Um, I have a Frenchie who's 4 months. He's doing 3 times. With the Canny
Oh,
Corso,
okay.
she's around the same age. They do 3 times, and then the bigger dogs do twice. So
Oh, okay.
feeding all day.
That must be exhausting, but I mean, it's obviously your passion, and I think that's what's
Yeah,
so important.
I do love it, and it's something that has caught my attention in 5 6 years, and it still fascinates me
Oh, that's
to do
great.
all this.
And
Yeah,
you're always learning, like you said. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's like unlimited learning, and that's where once a year, even at the top, there's something you got to learn.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting. Now, how do you keep your dogs active?
active. We have a 2 acre house.
Oh, nice.
So they're we have them out, but we've noticed when the dogs, when we're out there playing with them, of course, more participate. And
Yeah.
so usually somebody, one of us are out there playing with them at least once a day.
Oh,
So we
that's
run.
good.
My Frenchies don't need nobody. They run from back to front. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm just looking at them like go. But usually the micros, because they're more heavy bod, you
Yeah.
gotta go out there and play with them. But there's maybe two Corsos that if we're out there, they most of them participate. So that's what we try to do: throw the ball. We have
Yeah.
a rope and kind of play who's stronger,
Oh,
pulling the different ends. But usually they cheat because like three of them will jump in against me. So I'm like, okay, you guys are
I'd love to
cheaters,
see a
but you guys
video.
won. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That must be so cute. If you have any pictures, let me know. That sounds absolutely adorable.
I don't have pictures, but I think I have a video where usually we throw like a ball on the roof and they're all chasing the rope. I think I do have a video on it, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would love that. I could share it with my audience. I think that's great. Now, walk us through purchasing a pup from Calis Kennels from start to finish.
Well, from start, they usually because there's a lot of scamming. We do the
Oh,
FaceTime. I mean, they ask a lot of questions, which is understandable because of the scamming and the other issues. So usually, sometimes if they're out of state, what we do is FaceTime, or they also can come and see the dogs. We've had people come see the puppies. They choose which puppy they want, and usually let them go at 8 weeks. But before between that, they do get pictures on the pup, updates and everything. Once the puppy has the 8 weeks, they've been seen by the vet, and there's nothing wrong. They seem healthy, everything's good, checked off. Then they are able to come and pick them up. And then there is we do a contract with a year. If a puppy, I mean, passes away, we do require the autopsy because we don't, we're looking out
yeah.
for them and us to
Yeah,
make sure that it
exactly.
was something that was on our end and not on their end.
Yeah.
And luckily it only happened once that we had to do that situation, but we didn't ask for the autopsy only because we follow most of our puppies, our previous pups, and we always post previous pups update pictures. But
Yeah.
because I knew this person was taking care of the dog, I didn't ask for the autopsy. We just did the pup. We replaced the puppy.
Oh, I
So
see.
he has a puppy and everything's good now. But usually it's that, and then I still get questions on recommendation. What should I feed them? Usually
Yeah.
it's what should I feed them. There's a few of them that they started breeding the dog and they'll ask us questions, and we kind of guide from our knowledge and our experience and try to
Yeah.
guide them through that. Mhm.
Well, it's interesting because my next question is what is your advice to other breeders?
I mean, to other breeders, you just for me, I would say you really have to sit down and think about it because it's this is dedication,
Yeah.
sweat, tears, patience. There's a lot behind it. It's not, it's something that you don't punch out or
Right.
punch in. It's a 365 days, 7 days, 24-hour job.
Right.
And if you have that, then that's one of the things. The second thing is you have to have the love and passion for it because otherwise you're stuck with long days and long nights.
I bet. Yeah, especially when they're giving birth and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just I've learned so much just in the short time I've been doing this podcast about that process. And some dogs need more hands-on, right? When is there
Yeah.
differences with the Cane Corso, the Frenchies, and Nano English Bulldog? Tell us about this.
Well, my Caney Corsos, they do natural birth. My
Hmm.
Frenchies and micro bullies and the English are all going to be C-sections.
Oh,
But even
okay.
then, like just trying to get the dog on time to a hospital, make sure they're good, the moms are good, the puppies are ready to come out. It's a lot of back and forth from the
Yeah,
vet, and just to make sure everything's good before they have the pups. And
I
well, my
bet.
Caney Corsos, it's natural, so I'm there with her. I'm like a midwife. I'm in there with the whelping box with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a
So
lot.
it's
So I think that's really good. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was gonna say, I just think
no,
that's really
you're
great
good.
advice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you're prepared for all that, and then it's for you. I mean, don't
Yeah.
do it for that quick buck thing because it doesn't work like that. There's a lot more behind it than the quick dollar. You have to have the love for it, the passion for it, and you have to feel responsible for them. You know, if you're gonna breed them, you're responsible.
Yeah, that is so true. What is your goal, Jessica, for this year and into next?
My goal is actually is definitely getting that male, the micro bully male that we visualize. I would like to go more to the shows to stack off, put the male in. It's a
Hmm.
little hard, you know, because you know being a female breeder, it's a little bit like intimidating. But
Yeah.
um, I would say I'm very lucky because the guys so far, I'm sure it's not always a walk in the park, but so far the guys have been okay with it. You know,
Oh,
like for
good.
me to say I am a female breeder, and it's good because the guys have been good with, you know, okay with it, very welcoming, and I would want to be more comfortable in stacking up and
Yeah.
getting in there and showing what we have created.
Yeah, I think that's great. I also read in the article in BGM that Calis Kennel stands out as one of the few kennels that promotes love and positivity, encouraging everyone to win together. Expand on that for us, Jessica.
Well, you know, there's a lot of drama,
Oh,
and you know, it's competition, so it could get a little messy. Is the
right,
word? Yeah. So it's a competition. It could get messy. You know, we try not to get involved in that. It's more
right.
like you want to be more of the inviting. Me, I'm working on being more social. Like I'm not one to go out and talk to everybody. I'm not a social butterfly, but I'm working on that on myself. And you know, it's just I you just want to see people like good. You don't
Yeah,
want to see people having the drama. It's just what you bring. We want to bring in the positive and try to not be, you know, I would say a problem starter. I wouldn't say problem starter, but just somebody that's going to make issues and make it uncomfortable. You know, if
yeah,
we go to shows, it's already like just to have fun and show what you created.
yeah, yeah. What do you hope for the bully world in the next 10 years or like 10 years from now? What do you hope to see?
Um, Definitely see more female breeders. I know there's a few that I've seen. I personally I only seen two that
Oh,
you know um she first one she's very comfortable. I've seen her in the scene, she's very comfortable. Me, I'm like, oh my god. But her, she natural.
yeah.
She goes in, she's very natural. She judges is pushing P. That would be
Hmm.
one of them. Second one, she's still a little girl. So Aubrey,
Oh,
Aubrey is her name. Yeah. So she's out there and she's trying. You know, she's doing it also. So just more female breeders, maybe less drama.
yeah. No, it sounds like, yeah, less drama is always a good thing. Well, there's a lot of great female breeders like you in the Bully Girl magazine. And what do you think about the magazine, by the way?
Um, I, 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 I think it's such a good thing because it's showing like it's making it more comfortable for like female breeders to come out, because I'm pretty sure there is a lot. It's just sometimes we do the back work, meaning we stay home,
Right.
we do the whelping, we do the cleaning, we do the other stuff. It's just when it comes to shows, we're not the ones in the front. We're usually the ones doing the back work, and usually it's the guys doing the front work, you know. And
Yeah.
if it's just it makes it more comfortable for me to say, okay, if she can do it, she's doing it, I could do it too.
Oh, that's
And
so
that's always
good.
like, you know, female positive females working together to make other females feel comfortable in the scene is always a good thing.
Oh, it is. By the way, I'm the biggest social butterfly ever. So if you ever need some tips, you
Oh
just
yeah,
call me
I
up.
would definitely go to you because me, I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, you can't
Yeah.
stop me from talking to people. I love talking. My mom always used to say, she would go to the store and she would meet somebody like, oh, I met this woman. We were looking at the apples together. And then she'd get her phone number, they become friends. And so instead of don't talk to strangers, I think as long as she was there, she's like, yeah, go for it. Talk to strangers. So I do love to talk to everybody. It does make life a lot more interesting. Was there anything that you wanted to add? I mean, obviously I want to get your website and all your information, but anything else in this conversation, Jessica?
No, just shout out to the women, the ladies who did it, doing it, or want to do it. Shout out to you guys. If there's other ones, other females doing it, we can do it too. Even me, like how I am, so nervous and not social. If
Yeah.
you want to do it, it's something that we can do.
Yeah. I think that's great. Well, tell us how we can find out all about Calis Kennel.
Well, right now, we only have a Instagram, so it's Calis Kennel. Just Calis Kennel Calis underscore Kennel, and you
And
guys
it's,
could follow there, and we can either talk dogs or we could, you know, just get to know each other. I would like to meet other female breeders, so that's something that I would like to do.
yeah, that would be awesome. And it's Calis.
Yes.
Calis. That's a
Uh-huh.
really pretty. How did you come up with it? Is that your last name or it's a beautiful name?
No, my husband was in the military, and
Oh,
they called him Kelly. I guess because he's from California, so he was like, "Oh, well,
oh,
it's Kelly's." I'm like, "Okay."
oh, I kept calling it Callus. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Please thank him for my service. Thank him for my service. Thank him for his service
I
from
will.
me.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, everybody keep coming back to Bully Girl Magazine podcast and subscribe to Bully Girl Magazine. It's incredible. And download the Bully Girl mobile app. It's available in the Apple and Google Play stores. And keep coming back. We've discussed it before, but we talk about all dog breeds here, and we're going to have rescues and veterinarians and influencers. And it's mostly about bullies, but if you've got a different dog, I've got a pit bull in here, and I've got a lab. Now, of course, a pit bull is my heart and soul, but my lab's okay. Now, if you love labs, you're welcome too. Anyway, everybody, thanks for listening and have a great day.